From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, August the 21st, 2019. Yesterday, President Donald Trump, when discussing Representative Ilhan Omar's suggestion for the U.S. to stop its foreign aid to Israel, suggested that any Jew who voted Democratic in next year's elections would be guilty of disloyalty.
And I think any Jewish people that vote for a Democrat, I think it shows either a total lack of knowledge or great disloyalty.
Though it was not clear to whom. Well, today the president clarified.
In my opinion, you vote for a Democrat, you're being very disloyal to Jewish people, and you're being very disloyal to Israel. And only weak people would say anything other than that.
The initial responses yesterday from major Jewish organizations who were publicly critical of the president's use of the word disloyal included the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt, who tweeted that charges of disloyalty have long been used to attack Jews. As we've said before, he wrote, it's possible to engage in the democratic process without these claims. It's long overdue to stop using Jews as a political football. CEO of the American Jewish Committee, David Harris, tweeted, to assert that Jews who vote Democratic show disloyalty is outrageous. This is a free country, Harris wrote. Jews aren't a monolithic bloc nor single-issue voters. Some will vote Democratic, others Republican. As Americans, he wrote, that's their right. Please keep loyalty out of it. Meanwhile, the Republican Jewish coalition defended Trump's comments, asserting that they referred to disloyalty to one's own Jewish faith and interests, tweeting President Trump is right. It shows a great deal of disloyalty to oneself to defend a party that protects, emboldens people that hate you for your religion. Adding that the GOP, when rarely confronted with anti-Semitism of elected members, always acts swiftly and decisively to punish and remove. Looking now at some other news, after a disturbing video of California high school students resurfaced, its school district is reopening an investigation. As we reported to you yesterday, the video shows members of the Pacifica High School's water polo team giving the Nazi salute and singing a Nazi song. The Garden Grove Unified School District said today it strongly condemns the students' actions shown in the video, which they said took place in November of last year, and which they just found out about days ago. They cited new details as well as resources from organizations dedicated to combating hate and bias in schools, likely referring there to the local ADL office, and said the administration realizes it did not respond to the incident with the gravity it deserved, and have reopened and widened the scope of the investigation. North Africa will soon have its first ever Holocaust memorial. German nonprofit Pixel Helper is building the memorial and education center in Morocco. Its founder, Oliver Biankowski, told the Jerusalem Post today that the memorial will be made of more than 10,000 stone blocks that visitors will be able to walk through, and will include replica models of parts of concentration camps and death camps, as well as audio and visual aids, and also share the history of the Jews in North Africa during the Holocaust. Biankowski said if people never see what happened in the Holocaust, they can't imagine it. He said it's important to show school kids and all people what happened and make it clear that it can never happen again. The Shalom Hartman Institute of North America has received grants of $10 million each over 5 years from two San Francisco-based organizations, the Corette Foundation and the Jim Joseph Foundation. The American branch of the Jerusalem Institute of Hartman, founded in 1976, and which has greatly expanded over the last 9 years since its founding, runs a think tank as well as leadership, educational, and interfaith programs. Director of Content and Communications Dan Friedman told JBS, we put people and ideas at the heart of the Jewish future, and with these grants, we can put more of the right tools in the hands of more of the right people to face more of the important challenges facing the community. Jewish superstar Barry Manilow is bringing a different kind of show to New York, Harmony, which tells the true story of a sextet of Jewish and non-Jewish singer-comedians in the 1920s in Germany during the Nazis' rise to power. It will premiere off-Broadway next year. Manilow wrote the music with book and lyrics by Bruce Sussman. The show will begin performances at the Museum of Jewish Heritage in February of 2020. Co-presented by the National Yiddish Theater Folksbiene, whose director Zalman Malotic said the story of the comedian harmonists whose soaring careers were cut short due to anti-Semitism reflects the spiritual resistance that was necessary to get through one of the most dehumanizing periods in history. It's important, he said, that their story about the human spirit during the darkest of times be told. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, August the 21st. At 7 o'clock, it's Witness. At 8, Rabbi Jeffrey Middleman discusses the power of collective memory in both Jewish culture and history. At 9 o'clock, actor John Buffalo Mailer and director Jennifer Gelfer discuss their new film, The Second Son, their Jewish identity, and more on L'chaim with Mark Golub. At 10, actors, film critics, and Jewish thinkers analyze scenes from classic and contemporary films and cinema, The Jewish Lens. At 10:35, it's Kosher Movies. And coming up right after this newscast, Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, August the 21st, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.